Hey guys and gals, it's Sweet Project Cars here with cool, trick, and affordable ways for the do-it-yourselfer. We are here today on the underbelly wash of your car by using your power washer. This is a more drawn-out process to build your wand to be able to do that, but you'll have a lot more water pressure by doing it. Now you can use your electric power washer, or like this handle here is for your gas powered power washer. Now this is the key to the whole thing right here, and if you get a good look at it, it is a swivel type rig. The only problem with it is it does not go 90 degrees as they say it does. If you go too far with it, usually one way, there is you can look right in there, there's a ball and a spring behind there. You have to take that out. So you'll turn this, put your finger over it, and it pops out. Because I want it to be 90 degrees, I think you do too. 45 degrees just will not do it, because you can't tip the pole down far enough to get it where you want. So let's do the video on this part first, and then we'll show you how to build the wand and how it works. This is easy, don't let it overwhelm you. You're going to take a 1024 tap, and what I did was took a file. You can take your grinder, and I notched out a little area right there so I have a little bit more room. And I like to use the spin-off that is our main lubricant here as my tap and die lubricant, and all you do is start it in and it'll do its thing. You go about a turn or so, back out, and that snaps the material off, so you're cleaning it out. This is what happens when you're an old tool and die guy, journeyman die builder. You got a few tools around. Alright, we're bottomed out right there. Don't go too far, you'll snap it off in there. Then you'll blow it out with your air nozzle. So you see all the thread material right there. And the cool part about this is, if you decide to put the spring and ball back in, you can. Snug it up. Now, the difference is, once you do this, you will not be able to pull this back to replace your tip. So make sure your tip that you want to use is already in, because this will stop it right here from coming back. You can sand that down or file that piece down right there so that you can move it, but there's no sense in it. You'll have no reason to do it. So now it'll snap right into your pole, just like that. And you'll be able to get up underneath your car. And the nice thing about the bolt is you can drag it across on the bolt. That will wear. Now this is the wand here for the electric power washer. Then you'll just push this on, turn it, and it's good to go. You are ready to spray underneath your car. I've got a 7-foot pole on my power washer, my gas powered one, that we'll be using on top of this one. And you can put the 7-foot pole on this one as well. So if you want to do your gutters, you can. If you don't want to do that, want to do it at 45 degrees so that you can do your gutters, there you go. You can also go with straight 90 degrees. We put a piece of 1/2-inch PVC on them. When we get these, we zip tie it on, put a piece of our T-Rex duct tape on it so that we can scoot it along the ground. I'll show you how this works as well. Now we will do the siphon system for your baking soda to neutralize all salt up underneath your rig. The 7-foot wand on the power washer for the gas power washer. The standard wand on with the swivel head locked down on the electric washer here. We've got the siphon system right here. It has a valve on it so you can adjust how much goes in. There's our pickup tube for the baking soda. 1 cup of baking soda per 2 to 2.5 gallons of lukewarm water. All right, when you do this with the baking soda, you want to let it set about an hour before you use it so that it fully dissolves. And you just mix it up. Then you take your siphon tube, put it in, and then we take a clamp. Now we don't clamp on the pipe, we just clamp it so it doesn't move. All right, now on this Venturi tube, there's an arrow on it that shows which way the flow is supposed to be going, so make sure you get that on right. And what I'm going to do is put some red food coloring in the water so you can see it come through the tube. Holds it right up, right into your power washer, just the right amount. That is to show you that the baking soda goes up underneath your vehicle and does its job. It puts just the right amount of baking soda in there for you. We have our wand. There's a lot of pressure there. There's no garden sprinkler that'll do this. And with the baking soda, we're neutralizing all the salt that's up underneath that vehicle. Like that, done. And you've neutralized the salt, you've just washed under your entire vehicle. And I can go around to the other side, do the same thing. And 1 bucket of baking soda with that Venturi system should be able to do 2 or 3 cars. And you can store it for up to a week. So if you have extra baking soda and water left, you can store it in a couple gallon jugs or what have you. All right, now it will get quite noisy because we're going to run the power washer, and the first tip we're going to run is the homemade 90-degree. This is the gas power washer. All right, you can see how much power that had. That is made to be setting on the ground. It is way too much power for even a 3,000 or what have you power washer. So you want to leave that on the ground and just skate it up underneath there. We put our Venturi system over on the faucet. All right, we put the shorter handle on. I'll show you how that works with the 90-degree. If you have anything over a 2,000 PSI, you better be ready to hold on to it because it's pretty powerful. So the electric power washers work really good for doing your undercarriage and washing your vehicles. That's why we don't use gas. They're just way too noisy, and electrics do the same job, way quieter, much more enjoyable.